Hi, I hope this isn't overly dark. I apologise if it is. I've got the lamps on. I've gotten home from having a lovely day. Spent about 5 hours with Alfie and then met my brother. And yeah, been a pleasant day today. And I've come home to see a video that's been made in response to what I've been saying. So the remarks in that video are easily addressed by my saying that there are, it's probably true to say, certain individuals who are predisposed to certain behaviours. Whether that be through genetics, hereditary, or whether it's just them, whether it's their surroundings, I don't know. But let me tell you some of the things that I find remarkable in their awfulness, shall I? And difficult to believe. One is when people are going around from food bank to food bank, getting their packed lunches, as much stuff as they can get, as though they're, stocking up for a siege. And eventually the food banks themselves have to say that they're actually, they are taking advantage of the hospitality, and it's not the reason that they're there for. That's not the way they were supposed to be used. So there's that. The other situation which I find difficult to understand is how a person can go with a husband and children to a library, sit there uploading videos while the children are screeching and screaming, whilst the husband attempts to placate them. So much so that the library staff have to get involved, tell her that she's a bad mother who doesn't deserve those children, and actually ask her to leave the library. So she's standing out shivering in the cold. Oh, I'm doing this video for you. Look how committed I am to my subscribers. Whilst the husband is in the library with those two children who are probably wondering what the hell is going on. So there's the food banks that want rid. There's the library that wants rid. It's bizarre, isn't it? It's just something that you couldn't really make up. I believe also that once she was at the library, they called the police and she was surrounded by 5 police officers. 5 police officers. So one has to ask oneself what exactly is going on, really. And unless you are completely beyond the point of no return, then I really think that you should reconsider supporting this person who needs to be looking after her children. Clearly isn't. I spend more time each day with my husband, now he's in a nursing home, than a lot of women do with their husbands, certainly more than I did with Alfie when he was at home and when we were both working. I can spend 5-6 hours a day of totally focusing on him. 12 to 18 hours when he was in hospital. So it would be nice if those children just got a fraction of that amount of time. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I'm sorry, I'm I'm sorry, I'm sinking down to the level. No, not quite. I see that the person who was at once a very big supporter, who's now being castigated, the crafting lady, she doesn't deserve what she's getting. I've seen where certain subscribers or supporters have been asked to go across and troll this lady. I've actually seen the transcripts of what was said. So don't come across all goody two-shoes to me, because it's disgraceful what you're doing. At one time it was crying over, and then when you realised that she had actually seen the light, all the stops were pulled out and you turned your full vitriol on her. Vitriol. Look it up. B-I-T. Real. R-I-O-L. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the Amazon lists that you say are for your children. No, they're not. Amazon lists are mostly for you and your husband, unless you go back to amend, adjust or add different lists. Mostly for the pair of you. And when you say that he had all these Blu-ray, etc., whatever it is he's got, when we hit on hard times, we do have to give up certain things for our children. You know, certainly it wasn't all plain sailing for us in the early days of our marriage, when there was trade union strikes, etc. in the UK. But we managed without begging, we managed without borrowing, and we certainly managed without scamming. You know, so to ask him to give up a few of his DVDs or his Blu-rays to buy a couch, I don't think is too much. And touching on the couch, if I'm not mistaken, the reason your old couch was left in the trailer, the tip of a trailer that you were living in, isn't because all the leather was ripped and broken, although it may well have been. You said that the problem was roach infestation, if I recall rightly. Roaches. They must have been in your beds and everywhere. How disgusting. I don't know how long you've been in your new apartment, but I'm sure that there are good Goodwill shops, or you could have spent some of your cash that you receive from people, or you could have spent the gift cards that you receive from people and put that towards getting a new couch. It doesn't have to be brand new, just clean, you know, sturdy enough for the boys to jump around on for a year or so until you can get what you want. And the only reason the only way you're going to get what you want, unless you're going to continue scamming and people are going to continue falling for it, is by one of you going out to work. If you have seizures, stop walking around the streets on your own late at night. Stop riding your bike without a helmet on busy roads. Your husband, I don't know what disability he's got. In the UK we have a place called Remploy, where disabled people will go to learn a new skill and eventually get back into re-employment. But I'm sure there's things he could do, like mowing lawns, doing gardens. You don't need me to tell you. You're adults, you're grown people. So I think that's about all I need to say, apart from the fact that yes, put your boys first, your family first. Stop attacking people who supported you in the past, because you've had hundreds of dollars from one or two particular people. people who you've prayed for recently don't want your prayers. You've been told that by one of them, and the other one has clearly said that when she met you, the stench of body odour from all of you was awful. How long do you have to go without washing or changing your clothes for it to be that bad that a stranger who was a supporter on YouTube and brought on out is still hoping to support you? Because I know she invited you for Thanksgiving, which I doubt you're going to go to. For her to comment on how bad the stench was and how doped up or tired or whatever the reason your children were, for her to comment on that, it's got to be pretty bad, I would think. So, the other thing I'll touch on is your friend Momo, or should I call her Maureen? Momo. Go and look up some of the Facebook pages, or get onto Google and type in Parkinson's disease with Lewy body's dementia, advanced Parkinson's disease. Albie's had it for 30 years. 2 years ago when he had a fall and was hospitalised for 3.5 months, I was at his bedside between 12 and 18 hours every single day. When he went into a nursing home, he's got one-to-one care 24 hours a day. That's how poor he is. I'll say nothing else on that, because really the things that you're saying are just disgusting. I didn't put him into a nursing home. Our children didn't put him into a nursing home. The disease did. Get your pea brain round that, you disgusting piece of shite. Right. Was there anything else? Oh, potty training. You say your kids are potty trained? No, they're not. Only recently, you were saying you were absolutely sure that one of your children, your older child, asked you to use the potty for the first time just before his 4th birthday. I believe that he didn't have a potty up until a few months ago anyway. So probably the fact that he's now using a potty and asking for it and making himself understand is as a result of the excellent work they do at Head Start. It certainly isn't down to your parenting. Now, break the circle. You know, as I say, you might be genetically predisposed to certain behaviours, but you're not entirely stupid, as you would have your describers, or should I say subscribers, as you would have them believe, to garner pity and interest. You know, get yourself together, give your children some quality time, the quality time that perhaps you didn't have and your sister didn't have. And just coming on to the subject of your sister for a moment, I feel very, I feel for her. Regardless of whatever difficulties she has lost a child, whether that be permanent or temporary, I don't know. But why don't you go and give your sister some support? I saw her come onto your page once and it was, get off my page, this is my page. What is wrong with you? She's your sister. Give her some support. And now that her new husband's in your best favour, well, that's good, isn't it? Because I remember you posting a whole load of vile stuff about him that shouldn't have been out there for the public to read about. I won't repeat it. And posting his mugshots as well from when he was imprisoned. So now who gossips? Now who has a go at people? Now who turns on their own family? Why? It must be you.